Hello, Enid, and welcome to another City Update with your host, Derrick Silas. And today, of course, we have the Assistant City Manager, Scott Morris.
It's a sunny day out here in Enid. I know we're all thankful that we got 4 inches of rain last week. Mm-hmm. I know the farmers and those are in our Parks Department trying to keep our fields green. We all appreciated the rain.
Yes, it was very good. Let's get into, we had an exciting week last week. You want to talk about that?
That's right. There was a group of us that went to Washington and met with some of our senators and representatives and got to talk about Enid issues at the U.S. Capitol building. And so here's a picture of us with Senator Lankford. And he actually gave us about a 2-hour-long tour after our meetings concluded of the Capitol building. It was a fantastic tour. And there's a picture of us with Frank Lucas, our representative from Oklahoma.
Yep.
And after some of our meetings, we did have a chance to get out and look at some of the monuments. And so there's a quick picture of us out there on the mall area, looking at the Washington Monument. And this is, I believe, in front of the Lincoln, aimed back towards the Washington Monument. But it was a fantastic trip. There was a group that got to meet with some officials at the Pentagon and talk about issues that we have at Enid and Vance. Mm-hmm. And then we had another group meet with OLDCC and talk about the grant that we received from them that was $2.8 million grant. Mm-hmm. And they gave us some key bits of wisdom for the next round that we're going to be applying for next month. And there's a picture of Lucas there, and we also wanted to say thank you to Representative Frank Lucas for his hard work. And Enid was able to have 2 $4 million grants that were earmarked into this big package that they passed several months ago. And I know that Representative Lucas had a lot to do with that. So it was an opportunity for us not only to talk about Enid and Vance and some of the things that are important to us, but it was also a great opportunity to say thank you for almost $11 million in grants that we received from a couple of things that happened. And so it was a great trip.
I think it's a very good idea and very good that Enid does go and keep themselves, the community, in the ears of the Pentagon and all the officials to, hey, look at us, send us your help. We
That's
need
right.
your help. And it works because over the last 20 years, we have a good relationship with the base and with the community going to Washington, getting some very good funds.
The OLDCC, their motto during that meeting, I noticed at the bottom of their logo, their motto is helping communities help themselves. And so they want to guide us and help us through on how we can get some federal funding for different projects that we have. And so these partnerships and relationships that you build are important when it comes to figuring out how to get those federal dollars flowing into our community.
Okay. And also last week, Friday we had the Arbor Day celebration, which was good with the Parks Department and the Park Board. We went to Government Springs South, the ballpark, and they planted 3 trees there. And then later they went to the Carver Elementary School. I don't think it's elementary, it's Head Start. Had pizza with the kids there and taught them about trees.
I'll bet that it was a little bit drier at Carver Elementary than it was here at the outside. So
yes,
I bet they appreciated that.
Yes. We're going to have coming up soon the Household Hazardous Waste Collection Day. You want to talk to us about that?
Absolutely. This is an excellent opportunity. We started budgeting this event into our budget probably about 5 years ago or so, and this is an excellent opportunity for you to legally and responsibly get rid of some of this hazardous material. I know there's a temptation at times that, hey, there's just a little bit of this item, I'll put it in my trash can. Please don't do that. We want to get rid of waste responsibly in a way that is good for the environment and in a way that protects our people, our employees, and our equipment from having combustion fires inside trash trucks or at the landfill. So some of these things you may not think about it, but if we pick up one hazardous chemical from one person's house and then we go to another person's house and we pick up a chemical from their house that has a reaction with the first one, it can cause a lot of problems. And so this is a responsible way to get rid of that item in your garage. We usually do this every May, and so please come to this event from 9 to 1 on Park Street, and we will be glad to take these items from you. And then if you throughout the course of the year when you're doing your spring cleanup, just remember about every May we're going to do this, so don't just get rid of it in a trash can somewhere. Just hang on to it, and then let's do this responsibly.
Yep. Very good. Very good. Also coming up, well, right now I'll say, currently we are accepting applications for the Walk of Fame. Every year in September during our Cherokee Strip Days, we announce a living honoree and a deceased honoree for someone who has demonstrated a lifetime of service in the Enid community, currently during their life or before they passed. And so if you know anybody that you would recommend, here's the time to nominate them for that. We will be accepting applications until May 31st. So send those in to us. Yep.
Okay.
And we have a few road closures going on. We still have East Broadway and North 16th intersection. There's a red flash there, and so just be mindful of that for now. And then we have the intersection at Birch Avenue is closed for reconstruction, and that started March 6th, and it's supposed to be closed for 7 weeks. So around next week or the end of this week, it should be done.
They started on 16th Street and they're heading towards 23rd Street. So they're going to, as soon as they get done with this one, there might be one more stretch that they're going to be taking care of as close to 23rd Street as they can get. So if you live in the area, you've been dealing with this for a couple months now, but it is the price of progress. It's a very expensive project, brand new concrete street. So we do realize there are more streets yet to be done, but Birch Street is getting a facelift, and so hopefully residents will enjoy that, and maybe it will be a little bit of renewal, and people will see the good work that's being done and decide to do some of their own good work. So that's how these projects go sometimes. So please be patient as we have some more progress.
Yep. Then we, of course, this is what I mentioned, South Monroe and West Iowa. That intersection is closed for concrete repairs. That should also be done around May 8th. So progress, as you said. We have some very good employment opportunities. If you're interested in any of these opportunities, you can go to enid.org/careers. Of course, we have some full-time positions, as you can see. Assistant city attorney, we have a system integrator, equipment operator, and the other ones there. And we have some part-time and seasonal positions that are open. We do have some internships that are out there as well. So remember, if you're interested in an internship or just a summer position or full-time position, go to enid.org/careers. The City Commission and study session and the meeting is coming up tonight. So let's talk about that. What's going on tonight?
This is going to be a very special meeting because on May 1st of each year, we normally don't have a meeting on Mondays, but we're having a meeting tonight, and we will be installing our new mayor, David Mason, tonight, and Ward 1 Commissioner Judd Blevins. And so those two men will get to be sworn in to their positions, and it'll be a nice little start to some meetings that we have, and it's a special one. So we've got a study session coming up at 5 o'clock, and our CFO Aaron Crawford will be talking about this upcoming fiscal year budget. And so that's what we'll be talking about during the study session, and then during our regular meeting at 6:30 tonight, we will. It'll be a fairly typical, actually be a pretty short meeting. We do have a couple of community development zonings that are some properties that Enid High School, the Enid Public School Systems have purchased, and they're rezoning to their special use zoning. And so there'll be hearings and ordinances for those items tonight. And there really are no administrative items. There'll be some consent items, and then there is a truck during the Enid Municipal Authority portion of the agenda. So that's really it. It'll be a pretty light agenda other than public comment, and there will be an executive session after regarding Call Lake. So that's what's happening tonight. The next meeting after that to be thinking about, we've got an MAPC meeting coming up on Monday the 15th, and then the next day on the 16th we'll have our second May Commissioners meeting, where hopefully we'll be able to approve all of our budget items for the next fiscal year.
Yes. This is always a time where we're discussing the budget, and it takes a lot of work, but
there may be a few. You can check our calendar at www.enid.org and look. There may be a one or two special meetings that are just related to our budget that happen on a Thursday or on another Tuesday midweek. So in between the month of May, it's always the push to get all of our questions about the budget all lined out so that we can get it approved and have funding for next fiscal year.
Yep. Very good. Also, just want to remind everybody about all of our apps. We do have the Garfield County Emergency Management app, and it works not only here in Enid. You can be on the interstate in I-40, I-35. There's a flood or whatever, it will alert you and let you know there's a flood coming up in 20 minutes. Be aware. So that's a good app, and just download it to learn more about what's going on in Enid. And then, of course, we have C-Click Fix, where you can report issues or submit a request. So you can also do book a bus online if you want a ride with Enid Transit, or you can cancel a ride also with Enid Transit. So remember those two. And then, of course, all of our social media. We have Instagram, YouTube, we have a Roku channel, and we have an Amazon Fire TV channel that you can download. If you have those special TVs, go search for it, that channel, City of Enid, and it will come up in all of our shows. Everything that keeps you informed, educated about Enid is there. So just remember those, and that's it for today. Hopefully we'll have a good week this week. Coming up, just a reminder also, Thursday, May 1st, we will have the thank you reception for our outgoing mayor and our Ward 1 Commissioner, Jerry Allen. And that'll be at 5:30 p.m. We'll begin the social hour. And then, of course, at 6, we will begin a little program to just thank them.
And that's Thursday, May the 4th?
This Thursday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
That's right.
So, same time. As they say, bat time next time, same channel next week. So join us at 1:30 next week for a city update.